Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we decode the hidden stories in company filings. Today, we're diving into Associated Banc-Corp's latest report, and let's just say it has got a few layers, like a financial onion with some interesting insights. So, what is the big news, Associated Banc-Corp? A pretty established player just put out their report for the quarter ending the 31st of December 2025. It is a look at how they're doing, and there are some key numbers in here that tell us what is really going on behind the scenes. We're going to skip the boring legal stuff and get straight to the juicy financial bits. This report, filed on the 22nd of January 2026, gives us a snapshot of Associated Banc-Corp's financial health. It's essentially their way of telling the world and investors how they're performing. Now, Associated Banc-Corp deals with a bunch of different types of stock, and you can see here they're listed on the New York Stock Exchange. It's important to note the different classes of preferred stock they have, like Series E and Series F. These are like special shares that come with certain rights and fixed dividend payments, often treated more like debt than typical stock. It's a sign of how they finance a portion of their operations, and it's something investors always keep an eye on. The company itself, Associated Banc-Corp, is a Wisconsin-based financial institution, and this report is a regular update for investors. The main point of this filing is to give us an update on their financial performance for the quarter that just wrapped up. They announced their earnings, and this report includes the press release they put out and a slide presentation that was likely part of a call with investors. Think of it as the official story behind their recent financial announcements. Essentially, this exhibit is the public announcement detailing how Associated Banc-Corp did financially. While we don't have the full numbers from that press release in this specific document, the fact that they're filing it as Form 8K, which is for announcing big news, tells us the earnings are important. And who is signing off on this important update? Derek S. Meyer, their Chief Financial Officer. That's the person responsible for the company's financial health and reporting. Now, what does this actually mean for Associated Banc-Corp? While this filing points to financial results, the specifics of those numbers in the press release and presentation, which are exhibits here, are what truly matter. Based on standard corporate reporting, you'd expect to see details on revenue, profits, and how expenses are managed. The fact that they're releasing this information signifies they're sharing their bottom line and operational performance with the public. We need to consider that companies like Associated Banc-Corp operate in a dynamic financial landscape. Their performance is tied to interest rates, the overall economy, and how well they manage their loan portfolios and investments. When they report earnings, investors are looking for consistency, growth, or signs of trouble. For instance, if their net interest income, that is the money they make from loans minus what they pay on deposits, is up, it's a good sign. If their provision for credit losses, which is essentially money set aside for loans that might go bad, is increasing significantly, it could signal concerns about the quality of their loan book. It is also worth looking at their non-interest income. This can include fees from banking services, wealth management, and other activities. A strong showing here can indicate a diversified revenue stream, making the company less dependent on market fluctuations affecting interest income. Warren Buffett always said to invest in companies you understand. Banks are complex, but the core idea is simple. They make money by lending and managing money, so when you look at earnings reports, focus on how much money they're bringing in from their core business and how effectively they are managing their risks. In this particular filing, the most telling parts are the referenced exhibits. They are the actual financial performance indicators. Without diving into those specific exhibits, we can infer that Associated Banc-Corp is reporting on its operational results for the last quarter of 2025. The key takeaway is that this is a routine but vital disclosure. It is where the rubber meets the road for investor confidence. Looking at the broader picture, Associated Banc-Corp, being a regional bank, will face unique challenges and opportunities compared to larger national banks. Their success often hinges on the economic health of the regions they serve. A strong local economy means more businesses thrive, more people borrow money, and more deposits come in. Conversely, an economic downturn in their core markets can hit them hard. The fact that they've registered multiple classes of preferred stock, like the Series E and Series F in the filing, indicates a strategy to raise capital in different ways. This can be a sign of proactive financial management, ensuring they have the funds to operate and grow, but it also adds complexity to their capital structure. As we conclude this look at Associated Banc-Corp's latest report, the real story lies within those provided exhibits, the press release, and the slide presentation. What the 8K filing tells us is that they've made a formal announcement about their financial condition for the quarter ending the 31st of December 2025. It's a routine disclosure, yes, but one that always carries weight for investors trying to gauge the company's direction. Now let's put on our analyst hats. Associated Banc-Corp operates in a competitive banking sector. Their ability to manage interest rate risk, control costs, and grow their loan and deposit base are critical. The reported earnings will tell us if they are succeeding on these fronts. A company that consistently meets or beats earnings expectations while managing its risks prudently generally signals a strong management team and a healthy business. However, if we see recurring issues, like rising loan delinquencies or shrinking profit margins, those would be red flags. Right now, without the specific numbers from the exhibits, it is hard to give a definitive verdict. But the structure of this filing tells us they are adhering to regulatory requirements and providing investors with timely information. The real analysis would come from dissecting those furnished documents. Alright, that is our breakdown of Associated Banc-Corp's latest filing. What is your take on what this kind of report reveals about a company? Drop your thoughts in the comments if this analysis was valuable. Hitting that like button really helps, and subscribe for more deep dives into corporate finance. Don't forget to check out the Discord community linked in the description below. Thanks for watching, see you next time.